Okay, so as I just said, the next thing we're going to talk about is the navigation system, which sounds like something on an aeroplane, but we're basically talking about the menu for our site. But this is super important for two main reasons. The first one, of course, is the usability from the point of view of our users getting there. They don't want to be confused. They need something they can find their way around the site very easily and logically. And secondly, from the point of view of SEO, from the point of view of Google coming along and ranking your site. So what I'm going to show you here is a very basic structure, but it's one that you can run with and build on as you build out your site. So this is, if you like, a very good start. So we've got our home page. Now the next level down will be, in this particular example, fitness trackers, because that's what we've been talking about. Sorry, I left the C off there. But fitness trackers and our best of. So some sort of comparison or a compilation, if you like, of all the fitness trackers, probably in some sort of summary format, maybe with some sort of rating, whatever it might be. But they're all talked about on this particular page. And then linking from that page, we have more detailed reviews of the various fitness trackers. Yeah, you see how that works? So that's very simple for somebody to come to the site, see that they can go straight to fitness trackers, find out which is the best as a quick summary, and then drill down into more information should they be looking for it. Over here on the right hand side, I've got my blog. Okay, now this is where my other value adds are going to come in. So my blog posts, I put value add 1, value add 2. Those are essentially blog posts where we might have, how to keep fit, how to use your fitness tracker to lose 30 pounds in 10 days or whatever it is, that kind of stuff. Those value adds will hang over here on the right hand part of the site in this particular diagram. And it leaves me a bit in the middle there, because this allows me to expand. This particular hierarchy allows me to expand. I talked about a domain name or the name of your site for the moment, which is a bit more generic. Yeah, time flies fitness for me. So if after I got the fitness trackers thing sorted out, I wanted to start talking about running machines, I could bring that in exactly the same way as I've done the fitness trackers, with obviously the reviews for those running machines also at the next level down. So this hierarchy is super simple. It allows the customer to come along and find exactly what they're looking for very quickly. And as I said before, it gives you a very good chance with Google to do its stuff to allow you to rank within the search engines. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do a best of comparison in these sorts of ways. This is kind of the way I like to do it. But you'll see with different affiliate sites, people do it in all kinds of ways, right? But this is what I like, because what I like, or my feeling is that a customer comes to a site like this because he's looking for information, not ultimately to buy something straight off. So when I see something where somebody's done a lot of hard work in comparing things, I like that, and I want to be able to see that straight away on the top level menu, which is basically how I've done it here. All right, so it's not set in stone, but whatever you do, try to have what's called this very shallow hierarchy, not loads and loads of levels and complicated links all over the place that makes it very confusing both for the user and for the search engine. So there you go. Let's see how we can basically now translate this diagram into an actual menu within Shopify. Okay, so here I am back on my site, and I've got home, catalog, blog across the top here. This is the menu that we want to start building out. We want to start changing. Now, I'm going to get rid of home because that takes up space for me, and clicking on the logo, I think everybody knows that as a way to get back to the home page of any site. Catalog is not relevant, okay, but blog is. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is just get rid of home and catalog. So I'm going back to my navigation system, to the back end, and I go straight down to navigation, all right? And here's the main menu, okay? This is the main menu. This is the footer menu, the one at the bottom. This is the main menu, the one at the top. If I click on this, I can now remove very easily the home reference and the catalog reference, okay? And if I save that and I go back and I refresh, I'm on my blog. Now, if we think about the diagram I just showed you, what we want to have here now is best fitness trackers, okay? That will be, so I'm going to end up with best fitness trackers and my my comparison chart, which will be on that best fitness trackers page, and then my various reviews hanging off of that, and also my blog. So, this is very simple, but you can build on this structure. I'm going to leave this stuff obviously to you to build out your own affiliate site, but just follow my lead in terms of the structure. So let's go back over to the admin system. And what we need to do, first of all, is create a page. So click on Pages, click on Add Page. And we want to create a page called Best Fitness Trackers. And maybe put, the year in or whatever it might be. But basically, Best Fitness Trackers. I should just leave it like that for the moment. Okay. Some text to compare the best fitness trackers. I click on Save there. Right, now what I can do is go back to Navigation and then to the main menu. And now what we're going to do is add in a menu item. So if I click on Add Menu Item, I will call this Best Fitness Trackers. And now I will select a link or a page, right? So when I click on this whole list pops up. I click on Pages, and now I'm going to select my Best Fitness Trackers page. I'm going to add it, and I'm going to save it. Now when we go back over to the site and refresh, check it out. I've got my blog and my Best Fitness Trackers. If I click on this, here's going to be my page. This is going to be my page where we're going to build out your comparison chart for whatever you're doing. Okay, simple as that. Very, very straightforward. So let's now put under this Best Fitness Trackers some reviews, some review pages, right? Just placeholders obviously at the moment. So you get to see how that next level gets built out. So let's go back to the navigation system. And again, what we're going to do here is click on Pages and Add Page. And let's just call this Review 1. Okay. This is Review 1. And save that. And then let's make another page. And guess what? We'll call this Review 2. Okay. And the text will be, this is Review 2. Okay. So we save that now. So we've added 2 extra pages, Review 1 and Review 2. Now we want to get them into the right place on the menu. So back to navigation, back to the main menu, click on Add Menu Item. Okay, now we're going to call this Review 1. And again, you want to take a link. So we want to take a page that is now going to be Review 1. Okay, and add that in. Now, the extra bit here is we want to make sure that that sits underneath our Best Fitness Trackers. So all you need to do is to pick that up and drop it over, see what's going on here? Drop it over the Best Fitness Trackers. So it drops in as a sub-menu item. So I can do the same thing now with my Review 2. Review 2. Take the link, find that Review 2 page, add it in, and this time it automatically adds it into that sub-menu structure. And now I can save. And now when I go back, I get a little drop-down arrow here because, guess what? Review 1 and Review 2. And if I click on these, Review 1, it takes me to Review 1 within my Best Fitness Trackers, or Review 2. Very, very straightforward. Let's do the last bit now with the blog. Okay, so let's go back to here because the blog is slightly different. And by the way, if you wanted to, just move the blog to the other side, then just pick it up here and drag it down there. All right, it will now sit below. Save this, and now they will switch sides. Okay, that's just purely a preference, obviously. So let's come back to the blog now. Now the blog, already we have blog posts. Okay. Now because Shopify comes already with a blog pre-installed, all we have to do is create blog posts. So just click on blog post. And you remember our blog posts are going to be value adds. So just for example, let's do how to get How to get fit in 30 minutes. All right. Now this would actually be, the content would actually be the real content of our blog post, which might be considerably long. But for the moment, I'll just write some content, all right, just as a quick placeholder. Now, as we scroll down, we want this excerpt here. Now the excerpt is basically what's going to appear on the blog home page. Yeah? So we've got the blog home page with a summary of all of our blog posts, very traditional blog post, very traditional way of doing blogging. And then from there, all of our blog posts will be accessible. So let's just write here an excerpt of our blog post. All right, just so that you get the idea. Now these we can leave all as they are with blog news. But what we do want to do is we want to make it visible. So we click on visible, and now we're going to click on save. So if we go back over to our site now and click on blog, what you see is how to get fit in 30 minutes, an excerpt of our blog post, right? So you can imagine the blog post just building up down here, all right, with the date, who wrote it, etc. And a read more, which would take me to some content. All right, so I'm sure you get the idea. Super, super simple to create blog posts and manage them. So there we go. That's the navigation, the absolute bare bones of a good navigation system for building an affiliate store. Now, I'm fully aware that this looks very unprofessional, all right, at the moment. But as we go through the course, not only are we going to start building a much better looking store, but you're going to start to learn how to write good content to attract those search engines and build out a really great site.